Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Wood, and today I just want to show you guys how I style my hair. Of course, I just colored it and I'm ready to style it, so I thought I'd bring you along, you know. I'm gonna jump right into it because this don't really need to be that long if you want to be real. Okay, so personally I like to do this right after a wash, right after a shower, so that my hair is completely saturated. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off by combing it through just to get any tangles out. So if I feel like my hair isn't saturated enough, I will use my spray bottle just to kind of make sure everything is literally like on the verge of being dripping wet. That's just how I like to style my hair. Not literally dripping wet, but I don't want any parts drier than the other. Like, I need everything evenly moistened. I don't like how that came out, but y'all get the picture. So typically I don't like to moisturize my hair. That's just what works for me. I've talked to other blondies that feel the same. The hair just don't lay like it needs to when the hair is like too moisturized. But today I'm actually going to moisturize my hair just a little bit because I plan on coloring my hair again, not like blonde, but I plan on putting some actual color in my hair, and I just don't want the hair to look brittle and dry. So today I'm just gonna go in with the leave-in conditioner from Mielle. Okay, so I'm not gonna do too much of this, literally like maybe this much, because I really don't want the hair to be too moisturized, and I low-key feel like that was too much. Whatever, it'll work out. Okay, so that's that. And because my hair is like fresh, like I just colored it, I don't need to tussle with this hair too much. Like, whatever I wanted to do is gonna do, because the hair is, I hate to use the word thin, but in actuality, like, that's what it is. I'm trying to decide which side I want my part on. Lately I've been doing this side, but I kind of miss it on this side, so I think I'm gonna do a left side part, of course. And before I put any product in it, like, you know, holding product, I do like to kind of comb it in the direction that I want it to fall in. I feel like manipulating the hair in the direction that I want it to go before adding my holding product, it kind of helps the style lay a lot smoother. That's the best way for me to describe it. I've noticed that when I just kind of go right in with my gels and stuff, it don't be as smooth, you know? I have been reading you guys' comments, and I think a lot of people assume that I use these like fancy products to get the hair straight. I don't. This is what my hair looks like just after I bleach it. This is what I want it to look like. Honestly, if it could be a little straighter, that would be even better. I don't perm, I don't use any special chemical. It's literally just bleach powder and developer and gel. So today I'm gonna just be using the Eco Style gel. I don't grab a lot, literally just like a little dollop, and this should do it for my whole head. When my roots kind of grow in, I find that I do have to use like the Got To Be and all that and this and that, the spray, the this and that. But being that the hair is fresh, like as you can see, it's literally laying. Just with a little gel, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I don't like to add too much gel because I find that the hair will lay. Like, even if you just put water, it's gonna lay. You don't really need too much when it's fresh. Like, well, for me, I don't really need too much when it's nice and fresh. But when those roots start to grow in, that's when I find that I do need a little extra help. But for right now, this is literally just gel, conditioner, and water. That's how I get the hair straight. I don't do any special treatments or anything like that. Some people are against it being this straight, and some of us like it this straight. So do what you do, baby. I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I'm just showing you what I do. Okay, so once the gel is in, I'm just gonna brush through everything. And this is, I honestly don't know what kind of brush this is. I want to say it's like a travel size soft wave brush. The brand is Peony. Maybe I could show you. This is what the brush looks like. Mine is obviously very dirty because I use it. So when my hair is really fresh, I prefer to use a soft bristle brush, because like I was saying earlier, the hair will lay. All I need to do is manipulate it. And if I use anything with the coarser bristle, it hurts my scalp. Okay, so all I'm doing is brushing everything down in the direction that I want it to go. And that looks pretty good already, but me, I like to add a little razzle dazzle to mine. I added a little bit of gel to my rat tail just to kind of help me get a clean part. And for me, I like to kind of make a C shape in the front. And I do like a deep part. If it's a little hard to separate, I'll just add a little bit more gel to the area. And I recently discovered that adding the gel to the rat tail comb helps me get a precise part. Sometimes I struggle trying to get that part nice and neat, but I noticed that when I added a little bit of the gel to the tip of the rat tail comb, it really does help. I feel like my hands are one of the best tools to use when trying to get the hair to lay. It's kind of like, you know, when you flat iron your hair and you chase it with the comb, like that's what the hands are doing, chasing it so that it can lay. Okay, so I know you guys are probably wondering how I do the swoops, and before I swoop, I just want to make sure everything is laid. Obviously this brush has seen a little too much. It's so beat up. I'm using the coarser brush real lightly just to make sure everything is nice and flat, and it's bigger, and I got a little lazy, so that's really why I'm using this, because it's bigger. But trust me, the smaller, softer bristles feel a lot better on my scalp. So now it's time for my little swoop-de-doops, my little edges. I'm gonna add a little bit more gel to the area because I want this to be really, really easy to manipulate, and I want them to hold. Can y'all see how the hair is just does what I need it to do? I can tell I need a little bit more of the gel right here. I like to kind of do like a little finger wave motion for the front. So again, I'm using my fingers, using my hands to really help lay everything down. And I just do little C shapes all across my hairline. And sometimes you have to like style into the hair and not just the edges, because I find when I do the edges, it looks like I just try to do edges instead of styling my whole head. I don't really know how to describe that, but I just found that I like it better when I also style into the hair. And if you can't get the shape right, it's okay. Just keep working with it until it looks the way you want it to. Okay, and then when I kind of get to the sideburn area, I like to take the tail part and shape it so that it doesn't just look like I have a huge like sideburn here. I really don't like them to be this long, but I'm just gonna swoop it with a little curly curl at the end. While I'm doing this, sometimes the hair will dry. I'll just take a little bit of water, and just like that, it's laid again. Because sometimes like doing the swoops takes a long time. I ain't gonna hold you. Ooh, that went right in my ear. Can y'all see how the water just helps to relay everything? That's why I like the hair to be wet. Okay, so this side is always a lot easier for me. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the gel just so everything is moist. I hate to use that word, but it doesn't work if my hair isn't wet enough. Like, it only swoops easy if the hair is wet enough and saturated with enough product. Okay, so this side is just basically the opposite of this side. Still using my finger to help me swoop everything. I'm gonna do an inverted C, right? Use my finger to hold the hair that I don't want to move. Really easy. Sometimes I like more swoops, sometimes I like it, you know, simpler. So everything is done. I'm gonna spray a little bit more water over everything, and then I'm gonna take a little bit more gel, and that's gonna be like our final seal. Now, if you want the hair to last longer, I be using got2b spray. Like, I know some people are against it, but I'm gonna be honest, that got2b or spritz. Actually, I am gonna put a little bit of spritz, cause it be holding, girl. I'm gonna definitely focus it in the back, cause my little stragglers back there be trying to come on up in the center, cause that's the thickest part of my hair. Okay, and that should do it. Y'all see this little seam right here? I like that to be facing the ceiling. I don't like that to be pressed directly on my hair, because it just makes such a pronounced line, and I don't really like that look. Okay, so make sure the seam is facing the ceiling, and I like to put it right along my part, because even though we flip the seam, sometimes it'll still leave a line, and I don't want it to be like an awkward line right here. I'd rather it be, you know, somewhere along my part. I like the DuRags that have like this really wide band right here. I make sure this is flat. I put this mainly around my edges because that's where I want most of the compression. And then I just tie a little bow in the back, really like a knot. And then you see the extra little flap right here? I pull that down flat. And that's what really gives me that compression. I don't like to take this off until the hair is completely dry. When you touch it, you should feel no coldness. That's just how I like to do it. I find that when I take it off too soon as I just sweat a little bit, or as soon as like a little bit of setting spray hits my hair, it freezes up. So I let it dry completely before I take this off. I'm gonna blow dry a little bit and also let it air dry some. So I'll see you guys once the hair is dry and my makeup is on. All right, y'all, so this is the hair after I let it dry completely. I went ahead and did a little beat or whatever just to kind of, you know, show y'all the final product. Really simple, really quick, easy, and flattering. I get a lot of questions on this, so I thought I would show you guys, you know, what I do to get my look. Before you head out, definitely make sure that you're subscribed. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.